This is the writer's Allman Brother for Friday, December 19th, 2025. It's the birthday of Jean Genet, born 1910 in Paris, promptly thrown onto a pile of fish carcasses and left for dead. He survived, lived on the street stealing loose popcorn kernels out of the mouths of pigeons. At 17, he stole his first manuscript from a dead novelist lying face down in a fountain in the Champs-Élysées. Genet threw the book to the sidewalk, ground his pelvis into its back pages, and declared, between ear-splitting grunts and howls, that he was a writer, though he pronounced it right here. After that, he joined the French Foreign Legion, thinking it to be an international sex cult. He wasn't wrong. They sent him back to France on a cheese boat that almost sank halfway through its passage because it was made of Emmentaler. Back home, he wrote on the walls of bathhouses, the kinds with bars on the windows. When he ran out of markers, he'd use feces and semen, sometimes even his own. He wrote 15 novels that way and 4 poems, including one titled, What Remains of a Rembrandt Torn into 4 Equal Pieces and Flushed Down the Toilet. But it was his plays that made him truly insufferable at dinner parties. In the heat of a Mountain Dew binge, he wrote a play every 45 minutes, including his best-known works, The Maids, The Balcony, The Blacks, The Screens, The Little Girls on Dexedrines, The Shins, The Cramps, The Dalai Lama's Dangly Bits, The Chimps, The Chumps, The Simps, The Bumps, The Little Things That Latch the Screens into the Windows, The Identity Community I Am Not Part of, yet whose experience I feel uniquely positioned to interrogate, The Nude Dime, and La Bonnier, which in French rhymes with James Cagney. And it's the birthday of William Marx, born a theater critic in Shrewsbury, New Jersey, and now watching over the playhouses of Somerville, Massachusetts, with knife and fork sharpened for the hubristic lamb of dramaturgical overindulgence. He began by critiquing the shoe sizes of passers-by through the slats of his outdoor crib when he was 9, graduated to critiquing the felt pens in the plastic case assigned him at school, refusing bribes from the Papermate Company. He said in response, "Thank you, but I prefer to appraise the Inkjoy 100 RT retractable ballpoint without fear or flavor." They said, You mean favor?" He said, but do I?" After evaluating the candescent banality of countless performances for WBUR in Boston, Marx founded the Arts Fuse, a papier-mâché consortium that champions the fusion of water, flour, table salt, and newspaper pages torn into long strips. One day, the entire ART at 64 Brattle Street in Cambridge will be plastered over and painted pink like a divisive John Mellencamp nightmare, and reviewed by Bill. Here's a poem published in the Arts Fuse back in June by Charles Shively, entitled His Body and Mine. Duck-eye, silent waiting slaughter, not one word said, motorcycle to abattoir, imperfect doors of perception better never opened, wheels spinning, ace of spades roulette card sparkling on heaven's door at precisely 3 one afternoon in wet Hanoi. Feathers resist this weeping weather, feet claw, yellow scales bound for glory, another story of waiting love lost in translation, going over red river water without speaking. Thin broken swords swallowed swimming, bottomless throats not opened before time collapses inside Baymai Hospital. Mother near her last breath in never-stopped street traffic of another place. Karaoke playing Michael Jackson. Thrilling beat-it ventriloquists speak of being her. Lafayette Paris Magenta Parlor Hotel, granting all good wishes. His Body and Mine by Charles Shively, dedicated to Alice Notley and published in the Arts Fuse at artsfuse.org, used without permission here on the writer's Allman Brother, supported by the titular Eponym Foundation and Guy Foxy, maker of trendy bendy protest gear for the malcontent in your family. Until next week, be well, feed your kids, and hate the game.